This JTS Mortgage Minute is brought to you by JTS and Company Mortgage Brokers.
Welcome back, everyone. Jeff Farnham joins us now with the JTS Mortgage Minute. Jeff, good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you, Bill.
You know, last week we talked about the fact that a lot of people believe that just because they don't have a credit score that means they can't finance a house.
Right.
But you explained that that's a misconception a lot of people have.
Right. Yeah, you know, in particular in this week, you know, we're talking about the fact that a lot of times people think they don't have any credit at all or don't have a credit score. And we see this a lot of times with college students coming out and they choose to rent versus try to buy because they don't think they have any credit. You know, not having any credit at all sometimes can be bad, but a lot of times people actually do have a little bit of credit and they didn't realize maybe they've got some student loans or a gym membership or something that reported to the credit bureau and those kind of things. So a lot of times they'll have a little bit of credit. You know, so last week we talked about really the hardest part sometimes is just taking the first step to see what's out there and what's available to you. So, you know, learning, especially at a young age, learning to manage your credit well, build some credit up, and it doesn't take a long time to do that. It can be very beneficial in the home buying process, and that's one of the things that we counsel a lot with young people coming out. You know, right now you can still buy a home cheaper than you can pay rent in most cases. So the home affordability is still very much out there and in play, and using that as an alternative to renting can be really good. It's just taking that first step to find out what's available to you.
A lot of people think that because they don't have a good credit score, or think they don't have a good credit score because they don't have a credit card.
Right.
But it sometimes can be a good thing to have a credit card.
Well, you know, credit cards, if they're used, you know, for the tool they were intended to be, and that's to, you know, to let you make purchases, but go ahead and pay them off in full each month, or put small purchases on there, it can be a very beneficial tool to helping to build a credit score. What we see a lot of times is people come out, and we see this with college students a lot, they come out with 2 or 3 or 4 credit cards in some cases, and they've got them maxed out, and that's where you get in trouble and can really start to affect your credit score negatively, is you've got high balances on them, you're paying the minimum payments on it, and you kind of get in that trap where you can't get out of it. But if you use it as a tool that was intended to be, and use it to help make small purchases, do those kind of things, and then pay them off in full each month, it can really do a lot to drive your credit score up.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about what that interest rate is on your credit card if you just pay it off each month.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. You know, it's funny, I tell people all the time, find the credit card with the highest interest rate you can. And they look at me, why would I do that? Well, it's an incentive to pay it off in full every month, because if you pay it off in full, you don't pay any interest on it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What are the rates looking like right now?
You know, we've seen it's been a little bit of a topsy-turvy, a lot of volatility out there in the marketplace. Still very, very strong, very good territory, still a lot of good opportunity to refinance. There is anticipation that we're going to see a Fed rate hike later this month, and we're going to see rates start to move up as we go as the economy starts to gain traction. You know, consumer confidence was up last week a little bit higher than expected. The third quarter growth rate was a little bit higher than expected, so there's some good economic outlook out there, which is going to put pressure on rates, and we're going to see them climb. But there's still great opportunity to refinance. You know, if you've been considering a reverse mortgage or something like that, getting in while the rates are still low is to your benefit.
All right, Jeff, good information as usual. And of course, if you missed last week's show, you can always go to their Facebook page, or if you want more information, you can give them a call at 329-9090 or visit their website at jts-co.com. Jeff, good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you, Bill. Thank you much.
Take a break, come back with more in just a moment.